Breaking news, these are live pictures of where Kamala Harris will be speaking in just a few moments. This is her third and final rally of the day in the battleground state of Wisconsin. She is there. She will be speaking any moment. And at an earlier rally, just a little moment happened here. She was very quick to shut down a group of anti-abortion protesters who interrupted her speech. And then she trolled Donald Trump in the process. Let me just play the exchange.
Oh, you guys are at the wrong rally. No, I think you meant to go to the smaller one down the street.
Up front now, Alyssa Farah Griffin, former Trump White House communications director, David Urban, former Trump campaign advisor, and Lulu Garcia Navarro, podcast host at the New York Times. Okay, thanks to all. So, Alyssa, that was a clever way of shutting down hecklers. And she's usually very quick to have a quip on that.
She's had a few of these moments. She's had them with Palestine protesters in the past. In this case, they were anti-abortion activists. And I think that she honestly thrives on the campaign stump and not so much in some of these interviews that she's doing. This is something that her campaign needs to be doing day in, day out up until Election Day, is getting her in front of big audiences where she can, yes, be on script, but riff at moments. And those seem to pack a lot more of a punch than interviews where she has had some stumbles of stepping on what should be easy questions, like distancing herself from Joe Biden's agenda, among other things.
All right. So, David, here's the thing. The whole thing that she did there, going to a smaller rally down the street, there's a quickness there and a wit that you could see Trump, if he were honest with himself, would admire. But there is nothing that gets him more riled up than somebody questioning the size of his crowds, right? That is sort of his third rail, and that's right where she went.
Yeah, well, Aaron, what I saw was something completely different, right? So where is Kamala Harris not tonight? She's not in New York City at the Al Smith dinner, the Catholic Charities fundraiser, which every presidential candidate since in the past 40 years has been at. Hillary Clinton, Joe Biden, everybody's gone. Kamala Harris isn't there. And so she's at this rally, wherever she is in Wisconsin tonight, doing this. And you know what she's doing? She's saying, we don't have a big tent. She's mocking people who may be pro-life Democrats. She's shutting them down. She's trying to win over Catholic voters. You remember, there used to be a big tent. Bob Casey's father, Governor Casey, was not allowed to talk at the Democratic convention because he was too pro-choice, too pro-life. And this party clearly is in that same spot where the current presidential candidate doesn't want to hear dissent about abortion, mocks those people, and skips the biggest Catholic dinner in the United States, which every candidate has gone to. So I think it's pretty telling where she is and what she's saying.
Well, that dinner is, of course, tonight. You're right about it. It's past. Lulu?
I guess I would say as a Catholic that I don't think that that's what she was up to. I think when you have hecklers, she did it with a sense of humor. She did it with a quip. And she tried to punch where it hurts Trump the most, which is his crowd size. She did it in the debate, and he rose to the bait. And listen, this is what she should be doing. She should be trying to drive the news cycle. She should be getting people talking about her. There are no big moments left. And so this is the kind of thing where she does well. And I think going to the dinner in New York isn't going to help her. This isn't going to be necessarily a friendly crowd for her. And so I think she's doing what she needs to be doing, which is actually stumping in swing states.
All right. So, Alyssa, and by the way, Trump is in New York tonight, and he's going to be out tomorrow in Michigan. She's going to be there. I mean, they're both out there, but obviously he is in New York at that dinner tonight. So I was talking to Mark Cuban. He's out for the first time campaigning with Kamala Harris. He'd endorsed her, but the first time he's on the stage. And obviously it comes on the heels of Elon Musk's moment on the stage with Trump, and Musk now doing this series of appearances in Pennsylvania. I love that moment. I know people mock it. I actually love it in a non-mocking way.
Great shot.
There's something about it. It captures a human. All right. The question is, who is the more valuable surrogate?
Well, it's a great question. So an open question in this election is this battle for sort of the disillusioned young white male vote, low propensity voters who feel maybe unhappy in their station in life. And Elon Musk and Donald Trump have really tried to reach out to these folks. There's a reason Donald Trump went on the Nelk Boys podcast and some of these other right of center, sort of the Joe Rogan, Barstool Sports kind of audience that he's talking to. And he's thinking the strategy is they might be able to make up their massive deficit with female voters by turning out some of these young white male voters who don't generally vote. On the flip side, Mark Cuban is an excellent foil against this. I actually talked to him yesterday. He was on The View, and off air he was sharing he's been doing all these podcasts himself as well. He's engaging the voters directly because what does he sell? The same thing Elon Musk does. He's aspirational. He's the American dream. So I think it's a really powerful tool for Kamala Harris to kind of blunt the Elon Musk aspect.
Right.